kettle was already warm before anyone asked for tea. Lena noticed this. She always does. She does not rush when it comes to water. She waits until it is ready to be more than hot. August watches from the bar. He says nothing. There is something about the way he stands tonight. Broad shoulders, stillness. As if he belongs to an older story than the one being told. Not heroic in the loud sense. More like a figure carved into stone and left there to keep the place from drifting. Lena chooses the leaves carefully. Not by reading labels, by lifting the lid and breathing in. She knows which ones calm the hands and which ones calm the thoughts. They are not always the same. The cups are warmed first, always. Cold porcelain would interrupt what comes next. The kettle pours slowly, deliberately. Steam rises, and with it the first hint of scent, not strong, not sweet. Just enough to be noticed and then remembered. Someone near the window leans closer to the table, not to drink, just to inhale. I realize I have ordered tea as well. I do not remember doing it, but Lena places a cup in front of me, as if the decision was made earlier. Perhaps it was. The man who loves tea sits 2 tables away. He does not look at anyone. His hands are wrapped around his cup as if he is listening to it. He whispers something, not to me, not to anyone. The words never reach where I am sitting. They remain somewhere between his mouth and the steam. That seems intentional. Behind the counter, a tray of small cookies waits. They are plain, unassuming, but warm. The scent moves through the room quietly, not announcing itself. It mixes with the tea until it becomes difficult to tell where one ends and the other begins. Mrs. Rose crosses the room. She does not hurry. She never does. Her steps are measured even, as if each one has been placed there long ago and she is simply stepping into it. She turns slightly to avoid a chair that has not moved. Her hand brushes the edge of a table. Just once. Just enough to know it is there. I have seen people walk like this before, not often. It is the walk of someone who knows exactly how much space they occupy and refuses to take more. August notices her movement. He always does. For a moment, the light from the lamp catches the side of his face, and he looks like a figure from a faded mural. Not young, not old, enduring. The tea has cooled to the right temperature. Lena nods to herself. She does not ask if it is good. She already knows. The man with the cup takes his first sip. He closes his eyes. Nothing else changes, and yet the room feels slightly more settled, as if something has been placed where it belonged all along. Mrs. Rose moves through the cafe as if the floor remembers her steps. She does not look down. She never needs to. Each turn of her body happens a moment before it seems necessary. As if she already knows where chairs will be, where coats will fall, where silence will thicken. She stops near the window, not because someone is there, because the light is. Her hand rests on the back of a chair, not to move it, only to confirm that it remains. There is something precise about the way she walks, not careful. Exact. Careful suggests fear. This is something else. Lena notices it too, she always does. While the tea steeps, she watches the room through the reflection in the kettle. Steam clouds the glass, then clears. Mrs. Rose has crossed half the cafe without making a sound. The cookies are ready. Their scent has softened now. It no longer arrives suddenly. It stays. The man who loves tea has finished his first cup. He does not reach for another. He waits. That seems important. August shifts his weight slightly. The movement is slow, almost ceremonial. For a moment, he looks less like a man behind a bar and more like something older. Something placed here to hold the room steady while others come and go. If he speaks, the room would listen. Because he does not, it listens anyway. I lift my cup again. The tea tastes different now, not weaker, rounder, as if time itself has been poured into it and allowed to cool. Mrs. Rose passes my table. For a brief moment I am aware of the space between her steps, not the steps themselves, the pauses. That is where her presence lives. She adjusts nothing, she corrects nothing, and yet the cafe feels more aligned after she has passed. Lena removes the leaves. She does this gently, as if not to disturb what has already happened. The kettle is set aside. Its work is finished, for now. The man with the cup leans closer to the table. He whispers again. This time, the sound almost reaches me. Almost. It dissolves somewhere between us, joining the steam, the scent, the quiet. Mrs. Rose stops near the back room. She does not open the door. She does not check it. She stands there long enough for the idea of opening it to pass. Then she turns away. That is enough. The light remains steady. The tea cools. No one rushes to be anywhere else. The cafe settles into a deeper stillness. Not sleep. Something just before it. The cafe grows quieter without announcing it. No sound disappears. They simply stop asking to be noticed. The cups remain where they were placed. The tea cools at its own pace. No one interferes. The man who loves tea wraps his hands around the porcelain again. Not to drink, just to remember the warmth. His whisper does not return. Perhaps it has already said what it needed to. Mrs. Rose stands near the wall, half in shadow. She is not waiting. Waiting implies expectation. She is present. The way she stands suggests she has done this many times before, in many rooms, at many hours. August rests his hands on the edge of the bar. For a moment, his reflection in the glass looks older than his face, not tired, enduring, like something that has learned how to remain without effort. Lena rinses the kettle. The sound of water is brief, almost apologetic. She sets it upside down to dry. The ritual is complete. I notice that my cup is nearly empty. I do not remember drinking it. The taste lingers anyway, soft, uninsistent. Somewhere outside, a night continues. It does not enter here. Inside, time has chosen to sit down. Mrs. Rose moves again. 2 steps, then another. She stops at a table that has not been used tonight. Her fingers trace the edge once. Nothing changes. That is enough. The lamp above the table casts a smaller circle of light now, not dimmer, more contained, as if it has learned how much is needed. August exhales. It is not a sigh, just a release of something that is no longer required. Lena leans against the counter. She does not look tired. She looks finished, in the best sense of the word. The man who loves tea stands. He leaves a coin on the table, not because it is expected, because it feels correct. He does not look back. The door closes as quietly as it opened. No one comments. The cafe does not feel emptier, it feels complete. I remain seated for a while longer, long enough for the idea of leaving to lose its urgency. The air holds the last traces of tea and cookies. They fade slowly, not disappearing, settling. Somewhere music will begin, not yet. First, there is this. The stillness that comes when nothing else is required. And the cafe, for the moment, listens. The one-eyed man does not hurry. He places the records in a different order than usual. He clears a small space near the turntable. Someone asks if there will be music tonight. He nods. Once. He says we will begin with an introduction. He calls it the room before the sound. He says it is not meant to be listened to, only to be present for. The main piece will come later, when the room is ready. No one asks how long that will take. The lights stay the same. The clock does not react. Someone breathes a little more slowly. The cafe remains, waiting.